It's time for the Norwich away vlog. If you do enjoy it, thumb it up, subscribe. Let's get into it.
Right, prediction, final prediction. 3-1.
4-0.
2-1.
2-1. 4-0.
4-0.
Okay.
Fire! We don't need you, we got Soyuncu!
Nice little victory away from home at Norwich. Firstly, I will say before we get into anything, apologies that this took a long time to get up, but we went out afterwards to celebrate, spent all day on Sunday sleeping, and then had massive issues with the files. However, That being said, it doesn't matter. When the video goes up, what matters is we got the 3 points away from home, which is big. Even if it is against a promoted team, they're sometimes some of the scariest teams because their support is going to be so huge. And considering the fact that their first 2 fixtures, Norwich, Liverpool and Man City, they got battered in both of them. Their fans may see this as a fixture where, okay, they've come up against 2 of the best teams in the world. Now they've got a bit more of a chance. Yes, we're obviously a good team, an established Premier League team that are now trying to push and break the top 6 mould that we've had for I don't know how long at this stage. They still may see it as, we might be able to get something here. And so we really had to be resilient in order to get something here and make sure that we didn't get overwhelmed by, or sort of too cocky actually is probably the best way of looking at it. This shouldn't have been seen as an automatic win before going into the fixture. Whereas there will be some of our fans that would have said, this is it. Like, this is easy 3 points. We don't even have to try. That's not really how things went though. Let's quickly have a little look at the stats of the game and go into it a little bit more. So first things first, Vardy obviously put us ahead really early in this game due to great work by Ricky P, but terrible work by, I believe it was Brandon Williams, who took a slightly heavy touch. Ricardo, with that pace, the burst of power, drove past him, took the touchdown to the byline, whips it back across to the edge of the box, and Vardy is there. Lovely little finish into the far post, puts us 1-0 up early doors. And from that point on, against a team like Norwich, again, yes, you can't get too cocky and ahead of yourselves, but you should feel comfortable that you're now in the driving seat. They're going to have to push forward more because maybe their game plan, if it was to sit back, soak up pressure, and then maybe try and get a goal on the break, if that was the case, it's gone. It's out the window because you can't really do that when you're losing anymore. You have to go for it. So we had to focus up and make sure that we weren't just going to let them have a load of chances. We needed to try and catch them and get that second goal. However, it didn't go too well. We didn't create an absolute ton of chances, as you can see by the stats. I'll keep them up for like the next 30 seconds or so. Stats, you can see, possession, yeah, we edged it. Shots, not really. So we didn't really take advantage of our lead and the fact that they might be a little bit more open at the back. And unfortunately, what ended up happening was a penalty. So obviously, I can't show you official highlight clips, so you'd have to find it yourselves. However, Kaglar Soyuncu slides in to try and block a cross/shot coming in from the Norwich player. Catches him a little bit as he goes to plant his foot left. He sort of slides past the ball and man, and then the Norwich player goes into Kags. It wasn't as if he completely wiped him out from behind or anything like that. I personally do think that it is a penalty. There are many, many people that I've seen on Twitter and even like friends, family, etc. that don't think that it was a foul. They do not think that it should have been given, but I think it's a little bit clumsy. It's too close to the man. If he was further left doing the same thing of trying to block the cross come shot, whatever it may be, I think that's fair enough. But I think he was too close to the man. There was contact, even if it was slightly initiated. I feel like if it was softer, it wouldn't have been given because of the rule changes of players trying to basically force contact themselves. I don't think that actually happened in this scenario. So I personally think the penalty was the right decision, unfortunately. And as you saw in my clip, Pookie just puts it away easily. Now, second half, a little bit more interesting. We had some okay passages of play. However, we also didn't look that great a lot of the time going forward. And it was a struggle to think where we were going to get a second goal from to try and retake the lead. However, we then had a really nice piece of play between multiple players. I think Madders got wiped out at one point after he flicked the ball away from someone, just crunched to the floor. Ball finds its way out to Mark Albrighton, and a really, really solid strike. It was deflected though. And so I haven't seen an absolute ton of replays from every single angle. I don't know whether it was actually going in or not. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But regardless of that, it did deflect and it did go into the far corner. And it put us 2-1 up. Really, really good team play up to the goal. Unfortunate that it wasn't a super clean goal at the end of it. Like, it with no deflections, just banger top bins or something would have been the perfect way to end off that move. But nevertheless, it did manage to go in, and we'll take that. Now, more controversy in this game. I actually haven't seen the Twitter reaction to this one as much as I would have liked to, because obviously we went out afterwards. People were focusing on the next game, the Liverpool-Chelsea game, rather than this, and so I didn't really get to see it. But you saw it in my clips, and you know what? I'll play it again right now, 2 or 3 times through, and see if you agree with the decision of Cantwell interfering with play, and that is why this goal was not given. Check it out. So, it's obvious, it's very clear, he is offside, okay? He is in front of Schmeichel, and he is behind the last defender. He is offside. However, I don't think for a second that even if he was teleported outside of the stadium, that Kasper Schmeichel would have saved that header. I don't think he would have got anywhere near it. And I think it's harsh. I think it's really, really harsh on Norwich that is disallowed. Again, maybe it is technically in the rules that if he's blocking eyesight or whatever, that it has to be disallowed. But unless Kasper Schmeichel managed to move before the header even happened, which he would have been able to see because the ball is in the air. The ball isn't coming in at lower than head height. So the ball is looping in. He would have been able to see it go to the middle of the box if he had adjusted earlier to be a bit more central in the goal, and then Cantwell was in his way and he couldn't see it before diving. I think that would have been fair. However, I don't think, because of his positioning, there was any way he'd get close to that header. I think it's really, really harsh on Norwich, and we got away with one there. Does it slightly balance out for the penalty in some people's eyes? Maybe. But again, I think the first decision was right. I think the second one was... I don't know if technically by the rules it was right or not, but it was harsh either way. So, did we deserve to win? I don't think so. We weren't good. They weren't good. But they started to look a bit more dangerous, especially the second half. They were really piling on the pressure. Set pieces, they kept winning headers and everything like that. So it was a tough game. Really, really tough game. Really happy that we obviously got the results in a game where, yet again, we didn't look that great. All 3 performances so far, we've been bang average. We've got battered in one of them away at West Ham, and we've somehow won the other 2 by 1 goal. So we got 6 points on the board after 3 games, which... you take that at the start of the season, but our performances need to improve. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, this is not going to be the kind of season that people are hoping it's going to be. Now, there is a chance that transfers change this, and there's probably about 2 people of you that are watching the video at this stage of it, all the way to the end, but... we're doing a transfer deadline day live stream tomorrow. If you want to be a part of it and see all the deals as they go through, make sure you tune into that stream. It will be here on this YouTube channel. So check it out. It should be a lot of fun. But that is going to be it for this one. If you liked it, thumb it up, subscribe. I'll see you guys not next week because we don't have a game. But the week after that, we've got Man City at home. Yikes. So that'll be fun. But I'll see you for another vlog then. There'll be loads of videos between now and then. Hope you enjoy them. Goodbye.